Hello everybody, welcome back with another video with Agent. Well, I'll be doing the Rishi Stronghold livestream. Well done. Okay, so I thought I got a message, hold on. It's not a message though, good, that's good. And before we start the just so I can see comments. And we are live, just to make sure we are live. That's the thing that makes more. Okay. We're now live. Okay, well, we're at Rishi. I've bought the Stronghold already. If you go to Fleet or hold on, I think Rishi's on here somewhere. Yeah, if you go to the planet Rishi, which is in this quadrant down here, so at the bottom part of the map next to Tatooine, you'll get to Rishi, and if you want to get an easier way, just go to the Republic fleet, and basically you can get this stronghold. Obviously, all these, if I show you now, I've done a bit of putting in myself. These are the things for this part of the stronghold, basically. You can change these, but go by going to layouts, you've got large centerpiece, large block, large mixed block, etc. However, as well, also you'll see over here, oops, didn't mean to fall off there. Okay, there's no wall there, it's just the game as a thing you're not working properly at the moment. There's a lot of lag. But if I go back to the you'll see in the background over there where I've got my ATV. Can I click on it? And my broken starfighter, the Odessan, too close, the Odessan command center, and also the cost shuttle. And here we just have a massive artillery turret. We've got a cool hovercraft, and we've got a crashed cough shuttle, or damaged as it is. I've got a nice Rishi hut, and there's a cool pod. These are the outer line ones. Then this is the little island just from where you start, pretty much. I've got a Rishi thingy there as well, so a Rishi villager. To get the main section that we're at the moment, the main part, which just covers all of this, I did buy the apartment earlier because I needed to unlock that, really, so I'll walk through that anyway. When you start, you only get 10 people are allowed in maximum when you first buy this, and also you will have 0 out of 12 unlocks opened. To buy this directly from either the planet or the fleet, you can either pay 2,650 cartel coins or 3 million credits. So, and then basically you'll have this here, and then you'll have, well, there's one about to go in there, it was pointless there, so I'll do then. You'll have a team PvP area, so I've decorated mine a bit. I'll show you the hooks for this area. There is quite a fair few hooks, and to be fair, this has probably got the same amount of hooks as a guild flagship, if only a little bit less, or maybe a little bit more. But yeah, down here you've got these hooks, so you can put whatever you want here. It just thingies it for when you do PvP. You've got some like obstacles, make it a bit difficult to get in. If you want to know what these are, it's just the Rishi idol, and this thing here is the Rishi totem. If I access that one, yeah. So if I access this console, the gates will lock, which will start the which will make it easier when starting the PvP. When doing the PvP, because I tried this out yesterday, the gates are now down, the shields are. But when you do the PvP, the players are automatically your enemies unless you're teamed, in which case, when you're in that zone, they'll be joining you. So, and then up here, which I like, which I've turned into like a little shopping area. It's pretty much just an observation deck of the PvP battlegrounds. It does come with the what they call it, comes with the price of the main stronghold, so you don't have to pay. I've got a couple of pure stiff-blooded warriors as well, and we'll move over here now. Over here, as you can see, I don't actually have this room yet, but what I'll do is I'll come back to that room later because I'll show you what I've got already. And oh, by the way, on the way around this, you'll see a lot more Republic guards. Up there, you've got a mixture of Republic and Imperial guards up there, which they're just there for decoration, watching over the battle. Got some random guards just dotted around here. Because when I build these and I build my own strongholds and stuff, I tend to make one my home, and then in that home there'll be a lot of guards to protect it. And then here, I've got 2 anti-air defense guns, which have a continuous firing sequence every so often. I've got my own Koth shuttle up here, which is protected, and also at the back here you can see a battalion of quite a lot of troopers. I don't know what I put millions there for, but I suppose at the end of the day somebody tries to break in. Well, I doubt that because there's things everywhere. I added a couple of plants in. If I pull this up as well, I forgot to do that a bit over there, but you've got, it starts from about there, and yeah, these layouts of these you can choose between centerpiece again. These ones you can choose between centerpiece and all that as well. Also, this here is the starship one. You can go for centerpiece A, B, or medium ring. And as I've just cancelled that, it'll turn to normal anyway. It's the same with this one over here, to be fair, as well. And we've got Speedy the tortoise. So yeah, I did buy this Stronghold a couple of days ago. It was just to look at. I'll go through the cinematics at the end as well, so people know what it looks like when you first buy it as well. Really, I should have done that first, but yeah, got quite a fair few of these hooks actually on the beach. Let's go through the. I've added a couple of what were these actually? Voskar street lamps. Yeah, make it look nice. And then I've got a Overnight Vindicator. Well, pretty much just a Sith. And this is the second unlock here. This cave. It's no more. It's about 160,000. I know it's under 200,000, and it's also only about 300 cartel. So it is quite cheap. One of the cheapest actually. And then I've gone for like, and it's glitching out again. It does this quite a bit actually at the moment. Here we go. It does take a bit of a while. As you can see, I've got the Jedi Temple. I've got some chairs right around the other side. The chairs are these ones here. These ones don't actually have anything as far as yet. Anyway, but you don't have to have this as your Jedi Temple, but I do. And then up here, once it stops breaking on me, there is actually nothing here for hooks. So, but when you unlock that, once you unlock this area, including the apartment, you gain an extra 5 people to your stronghold. You get the one for the first expansion you've done, and it's also basically you can unlock a total amount of 450 just from this area, and the main area just before this area you've only got 400 possible hooks. So I'll just show you what I've got at the moment. I've got a couple of jukeboxes either side. I've got a medical centre here with a Republic droid. Actually, have I made this? I'll make it so everybody can have a look whenever they want. You've also got a master control switch, which is good for dimming and turning on the lights everywhere. Each room as well will also, if I can find it, yep, they will also have their own light switch, so you can take out or turn on and off the individual lights. However, this will all reset once you leave the stronghold. I've got my bar here. What am I stuck on? There we go. Got my waitress, and I've got a toilet dancer next to an astromech droid. But that's pretty much it. And also I've got a man-am lamp, which if I turn that off, the main lights have turned off, but it's the light from the lamp that's still on. And then as we walk into here, I've got what, and it's playing up again. Why do you have to have lags? Why can't you fix it already? And this would be like what I'm designing is like my office-based building. I've got a couple of flags for the alliance and things, and then in this room here, which I should do the hooks for the rest of them very shortly, is the bedroom for the basically apartment console for me to use as well. This is for the office. The hooks I've changed because this layout was a large at one point, no, a large and medium mix at one point, which is what I've changed. You've also got a light here so you can turn on off the bedroom lights, and then you've also got a light switch here to worry about the office lights. I'm just doing this by mine anyway. Okay, now we're in the corridor again. These are pretty much, you've got 3 lights there, you've got a couple of ones there, got a couple of all there. Now let's go and see what the bars are. This is the official layout of the bar anyway, before I put the pieces in. So you've got a GTN up here in case you want easy access to it and everything. Yeah, I haven't really changed any of the hooks in here, so these are the official hooks. Behind here there is 2 green ones. You don't have to fill all the hooks, they are just thingy based. Also, this one was the same as the bar, however, I'll show you that now. It was, if I can find it, yeah, it was that one, however I changed it down to that one for the purpose of adding a medical centre in. So also I've got a couple of medical shelves in here as well, so that makes it alright. But apart from that, you've got 2 lighting areas as well. You've also got a couple of pegs across like here, and that's about like some up there. And then there is none in the turbo shaft. So what we'll do now is we will head onto the main platform here. It is a main centerpiece. You can have a large block, or depending on what you prefer. You get some nice little blue ones around the outside. Quite a fair few wall pieces as well, so you can buy what you want. Also, I'll show you what this does in a minute as well. Basically a nice view of the beach. And if you've got things out on this island all the way back up here, if you can see my cursor, which I believe you can, it's all the ships and all the bits over there is what I've put in myself. Even this bit, and pretty much the entire island bar the main rocks I've put in as well. I've also added a nice little thing, because if I do this, it'll give you a bigger angle of everything. As you can see, where it's purple, or you can kind of see the purple, is where I've put things. As you can see, there's one there, counterpiece as well. You got the main ship ones there. I mean, like, if I go to this one, you can have centerpieces, or you could have starship ones, and the starship ones are right the way across here. So in terms, this is actually the biggest stronghold with the most starship centerpieces sort of things, because there's so many of them right across the map. Okay, now you want to know what this does. Well, let's just say I'm going to just drop off in a way. Yeah, I'll thingy there, and when you'll end up appearing down there. If I look up though, you are quite a far distance from the ledge, so they didn't really figure that thingy out when they did it, when they first started this. And then we've got a little speedy here. There is an achievement to kill him, but you need to go to a Destin and get a companion, the Lokin companion. And there's a cage and stuff you can get from a Destin. You also need a Rackle, which is how you kill him. Obviously, you can only get the Doctor during the recall event. So that's all I've done so far. I'll show you the introduction schematic loading page. All the stuff that I've put in you'll see here as well. On yours you won't see it. There's me walking down the beach. Yeah, as you can see, I turned my home into a virtually massive defensive thing. But I'm thinking about using the Imbara train as well, and probably turn Yavin into some sort of military base or something. But yeah, as you can see, that was the entire thing. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're still going to stay on the ground. There's a console there which we're going to deal with later. However, we're going to stay on the ground for now, and we're going to just complete the entire downstairs, as it were. Okay, you've got this door here, which is the reinforced door. You can either buy it for 2 million credits, or you could spend 1,800 cartel, which will unlock a maximum of 3 more people, and you can have up to 100 more decorations from this room alone. So if I go ahead and buy that now, if we check here, I can now have a maximum of 550 hooks out of 1,600, and also my things changed to 2 out of 12 expansions, and I can now have, is that 18? About 18 people. Okay, this is like, I'm not sure what that is, but above it you've got a nice little open air. But yeah, this is like the first room you come to. It's quite good. What can we actually do with these layouts? We could have medium block, narrow. See, so that's pretty much the biggest one of its kind here. Can't do anything with that anyway. But yeah, this is like, well, it's not really like a what you call smuggler's room as such. It would be nice, like, if you wanted to make like an indoor shop or something, because I mean, like, you saw mine earlier, it's outside at the beginning, but we don't get rain on this planet anyway by the look of it, so your droids ain't gonna get wet anytime soon. Okay, what have we got here? So layouts, you can either have 2, you can have that weird looking one, that one, or even just a full set of column of that, or you can have large. Either or, you can still stick quite a fair bit in this room on its own, to be fair. You've got rugs here as well, so you can still stick 3 rugs in this room. They make glitch area and hide behind walls and whatever, like in the apartment. Walk through this little doorway here, there is no hooks in there. And then we come into this room again, it's smaller than that room. You've got 1 big hook, which I think is which is the highest one again. You've got 2 there and 3 more wall hooks there that are massive. Okay, we've come through the bigger part of the expansion now. If I show you on the map, because the bits that I showed you at the start were the fighting ring and the start bit here, and also this bit here. This bit is what they call the Rishi hideout, which will cover, well, a lot more. I think this is actually the biggest part on the ground that they have for this stronghold. So I've come through the main door here. As you can see, the little skyship, which we'll be visiting later. So yeah, all this comes at the price of 2 million, or 1,800 cartel coins as well. So as you can see, you've got quite a few hooks in this place. You've got if I come down there, because I don't think many people have shown you this part down here, but yeah, you can add hooks down there. Actually, I think that's it's the only hook down there, but you got all these hooks, loads. There is loads of these sort of hooks lying around. You got like little blue ones around here. You can put guards or whatever there you want. Like for instance, actually I'll put a couple of guards down, I think, just to make it look nice. If I can find them, where are you? Actually no, because this is a smuggling area, so you can have this as a smuggling area. It's just my reference. You can have whatever you want, where you want. I can't tell you that. Get rid of that window for now. Yeah, you got one here that's just on its own. Can't get really any bigger than that. A nice little small one hidden there. You've also got a nice bit here. You've got several of these again. You've got a blue one there as well. Ooh, what else have we got down here? Yeah, we come to a bigger part. You've got these little ones on the bridge again. Also, you've got. Can I do anything with these? No, these are the largest ones again. You do get quite a few big ones here. This looks like a broken down ship, or parts of broken down ships built together to make this place. Otherwise, what some people like to call scrapyard, it's actually just broken down ship pieces by the look of it. And then over here, you've got two more big ones, and you've also got a nice little monster thing in the whatever they call that there, the gate thing. Do not open. It's always hungry. I think you can feed this. I think somebody said. I don't know how to do that yet. There may be a video on YouTube somewhere. I don't know. I haven't looked. But from here, there is nothing whatsoever, like in the way of like hooks up there. Anyway, these are the closest set of hooks you've got this way, apart from that one over there. Also, there is one thing that I will show you on the way back through before we go upwards anyway. So yeah, these are great there. I think what we'll do now then is we'll unlock the sunroom, which is either 825,000 or 600 cartel. I'll just buy that with credit. I've got the credits, I will do. Pretty much, let's check this. Yeah, we've got plain wall hooks. There is no floor hooks in this place as of yet. But you get a massive. What is this one actually? A major counterpiece in here. You do have smaller ones on the outside. If you wanted, you could stick a Jedi temple sort of thing in here as well. It's up to you. Like I said. Yeah, but yeah, you got these ones don't really have any long purple ones. You only got the basic blue small ones, and there's no really light because you've got the bridge from above. So yeah, but still quite a fair few even in that small room, to be fair. The last place of this major section here, which is going to cover about a fair few as well. Also, during that, when I unlocked that room alone, I can now have 600 possible hooks. I have unlocked 3 out of 12, and I can also fit 23 people in my stronghold. Okay, if you look, where was it? There's that bridge. Yeah, it's that bridge there that if you look down, you'll see through into that building there. And then you come up here, you got more hooks again. This is just still part of the main one, or the second expansion I bought pretty much from the reinforced door. You've got another centerpiece here. Don't think you can change these to centerpieces now. You can't send these to centerpieces, but you do have a centerpiece here. Like I said, this is like broken down ships again to make such a nice place. Also, you're probably wanting to know what these consoles do as well. Throughout the strongholds in about 4 or 5 different places, if you click this, basically you may see your character's arrival point here. Basically, if you left and come back, you will spawn in here if you chose to have this place as your own as well. I haven't decorated around it yet because I haven't just bought it, so it's near the front that I showed you earlier that I bought pretty much. As you can see through here, some more hooks across there. You've got quite a few hooks around here as well, so nice big purple ones again. Stick big flags, whatever you want on there. You've got, and again, yeah, you'll find that at the moment, well, because this content only came out Tuesday, there's major bugs like this at the moment because I've asked to hide this and it's still there. But yeah, okay, brought it back. But I did say that I was going to make a video on Tuesday about this, but they closed the servers back down for maintenance to fix the problems they had in the first place. But yeah, the invisible wall again. Do they just put invisible walls everywhere? Do they? Okay, we got, once this thing's cleared up, there we are. We've got an old broken computer. That's not what I put in, it's just something that they put in. But yeah, you got another counter piece here. Small ones here as well. Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, there's none further up there as yet. But yeah, you get quite a fair few. That's real as well. Apart from the main centerpiece there, they're all pretty much like blue wall hooks. Another centerpiece there, so if you do love or have a load of centerpieces, you've got a ton here anyway. If I jumped off the edge, I will die, because it's not part of the visible map. But that's this area. Okay, we are going to go back on ourselves now, and we are going, where is it? We are going to the sun room now. No wait, we've been to the sun room. The hillside room is what we're going to unlock now. As I said, this is fairly big, so you are likely to get lost as well. So, and if you get lost, well, either just jump off and die, and you should respawn back to wherever you chose the spawn point. Somewhere here as well. Where is it? Here it is. These doors look so much like the default ones that just meld them with the background, so it makes it harder to see. You can either get this again for the same price as the other one. You can get for 825,000, I can't speak, or 600 cartel. Also gives you a maximum of 5 more people added to what you've already got, and also gives you a maximum decorations of 50 more decorations. So we'll go ahead and purchase that. And as you can see, we've now got this again. Same sort of thing. It's blue wall decorations on the in here, and then as soon as you come in here, nice big centerpiece. There is no hole in the roof on this one, but yeah, it's blue all around. It's got little blue ones. You can also add more rugs. How many rugs can you? Hold on. 1, 4, 5. You can fit 5 rugs just in this room alone, so that's going to be interesting to see, because I've actually got a Wampa rug somewhere. Yeah, there he is. To be fair, he would look nice on the in my bar, to be fair. But yeah, what we're going to do now is go back the way we've just come, go through the reinforced door. Don't think I've missed anything out here, have I? No, I haven't. You can't access that bridge anyway, it's beyond our reach. Let alone you wouldn't be able to come decorate it anyway. So what we'll do is we'll come through here, go back through the main room again. What we'll do, because like that room that I just went into could be used as a smuggler thing. Also, when you're doing PvP, this is the bit I forgot to mention as well. You can lock the gates. We'll just show you this quickly. Gates, fields, whatever they call them, are locked. Here you've got a bolster. I don't know what that actually does. Ah, your base stats and combat level has been increased. So that's what that does. This little device allows you to use a camera based thing. Other players will not be able to see you. The other players won't be able to see you that are fighting, but you can sneak around the map and view the combat zone. I think that console's only here, I think. But it is a nice little place to sit if you want to watch it instead of being up in there in the over thing, look from above. And basically, to get rid of this blue fuzzy effect, just click number 2, which will deactivate it. Click 2 again to reactivate it. You can also disconnect, which will take 3 seconds exactly to destroy. Also, these consoles are virtually everywhere. There's one there, there's one on the other side, not up here, but here there's one there, one on the other side, like I was saying. You've got a central one there, you've got one there, one on the other side of there. Same with this door here and this gateway here. However, what I would suggest, if you're going to bring people around to do PvP, make sure they want to do PvP, because I believe that anybody can access it at the moment. And you come back up here, which is the same again. As you can see, you've got the exit here. You've got, if you want to replay the cinematic trailer, and here's what I was on about before again. You can set your point here as well. There's also one up here, where is it? Up there as well, on the main ledge. Now we're going to go ahead and buy the patrol carrier expansion, which is also 1,500 or 1,000. No, 1.5 million. What am I on about? 1.5 million. You can have an extra 10 people and 175 extra decorations for 1.5 million again, or 1,200 cartel, which we're going to buy. Okay. What we're going to do is I'll just go through this quickly. Let's go to the cove, which we have been to. It's just something I thought I'd show you, because a lot of people won't show you this because of the fact that it's just somewhere you've already been. I just thought I'd show you the routes anyway. So yeah. Ooh, when we landed. And then I can also get the the speeder back to the main location. The speeder will not go to the carrier, only back to the main deck. So okay, that's done then. We've used the speeder there and back. Now we're going to go to the patrol carrier. We can't walk to the patrol carrier because it's all the way up there, so we physically have to get a speeder. Then the screen will go black and we will virtually end up inside the patrol carrier. Okay, what we're going to do then, as you can see, you can even set the point here as well. So there's points throughout which you can set your character's start location. This is the main patrol deck that you start on, and you can leave the carrier here as well. If I show you, I'm not going to leave the carrier, but yeah, you can, from here you can go to any of those three. Yeah, you've got quite a few things in here as well for a nice little ship. There's no center points down in the ship itself, I don't think. There's another console there which I'll show you later what that is as well, and if these invisible walls stopped appearing up, we managed to get the job done. So I won't show you further up there until a bit later on because we haven't got there. We'll work our way around. So what we'll do is we'll head back to this room here, And so far you can see we've got 5 out of 12 expansions done, and we've got 35 people allowed in. I think that's 35. I can't see it properly. Is that 38? Might be 38. Okay, what we're going to do is unlock the reactor room for this stronghold, giving you an extra 5 people and a maximum decoration of another 50. So if I expand that for either 975,000 coins, or you can buy it for cartel, which is at 450, which will unlock this nice room for you. Quite fairly big. Still a fair few hooks in here as well. You've got the yellow ceiling lights as well, and coming through here, and there's one there as well. But if you come, you can put down 2 or 3 rugs throughout this entire sector. You don't actually see a reactor, but if there is like a reactor sort of thing, you could add that in. Or unless it's the reactor that's under here, which what we might possibly be able to see as well. So yeah, you might be able to go under there and have a look. So yeah, again, it's just blue hooks, and on the ground you get the purple and green hooks and the blue ones as well. You can only go as big as them, and if we go here, you can actually have a fair. You can have more of these if you wanted. I'm not going to do that. What are these? Do they do anything? No, they don't do anything. But my guess is there's some sort of stasis or like containment things that hold things from different levels of the ship. As this is a patrol carrier, so. And as you can see, some nice big decorations again. Okay, we're going to come back this way after, so we're going to leave that door for now. We come up here, you can still see that it's a bit more spacious here. You don't have them flying around everywhere. And we've got over here, we've got, what is this one actually? You've got the port quarters here, which is a maximum of 5 more people, and also a maximum of 75 more decorations, which you can either get for 830,000 or 600 cartel, which I'll get now. Walk in here, you've got 4 big ones, with a few small ones. You don't have any lights in this one. This is only a port, so you could use this as a barracks, or you could use this as quarters for your crew. Up to you. It's basic standard. And what we're going to do is walk to the opposite side of the room, and we're going to deactivate that so we can open the door. We've got the starboard quarters, so like I said, you could use this as anything really, whether it's crew, barracks, whatever. Also, an extra 5 more occupancy and a minimum decoration of 7,500. Again, 825,000 for credit and 600 cartel if you wanted to buy it. It's also pretty much the same interior as the one we just visited on the port side. Still 4 of these, you can stick whatever you want in. That's still the largest one in the carrier yet. So yeah, you've got those ones again. Also, one thing I haven't shown you yet is that now that I've unlocked 5, was it 8? I can't see, it's not clear whether that's 6 or 8. It might be, yeah, it might be 8 actually. With the 8 ones that I have unlocked, I can now hold 1,025 hooks maximum at the moment out of the 1,600. And here we go, we're going to walk to here, which now you're paying for the captain's quarters, so you can make this your own ship's quarters. The lag's still kicking in, I think, so it may take a while to... Okay, here we go. Okay, if you want to buy the captain's quarters, it's an extra 2 people and an extra 75 decorations. Also, the cost is 830,000, or you can pay cartel at 600,000. Oh, bloody hell. 600. Okay, that works. It's just taking forever. Okay, for in here, it's pretty much the same as the other rooms as well. You can't add a light in here because it's got one already. But yeah, this is the captain's quarters. You can, like I said, it's up to you. You can turn this into your own bedroom, or you can turn this into whatever you prefer, to be fair. Like I said, barracks, armory, whatever. And now for one of the biggest parts of this ship, one of the biggest, it's not the biggest, but it's one of the biggest points. You are now going to access the ship's bridge, which gives you an extra 5 people maximum, and also a maximum of 100 decorations. You can buy this for 1,200,000, or you can pay 725 cartel, which will unlock this room for you, a nice big bridge. As you can see, you get a nice big centerpiece there, and then you get smaller things here. You've got rugs, you've got the standard wall hooks, you've got no lighting hooks because the lighting is there. It's just a nice little standard bridge, really. You've got more around here, not many around here, but to be fair, you can just put people there. But yeah, if you see, it's a nice little view outside. Yeah, you got your little console if you wanted to do whatever. It's good for roleplay, to be fair, if you wanted to roleplay and have somebody actually become the captain of the ship or whatever. Possibly yourself, if you wanted to be a captain. Or you could just give somebody else captain, but it wouldn't make any difference because they wouldn't be able to do anything with it anyway. What is that down there? No, there's nothing I can touch, but you know, these are the hooks. You've fairly got big hooks. You've got 10 out of 12 rooms unlocked, and I can now hold up to 60 players. Also, with this, I've got 1,200 possible rooms hooks out of 1,600. What else do we have? Ooh, I've still got 177 decorated at the moment, so we're doing alright at the moment. Okay, we're coming back down here now. We're going to the training room. Yep, so if we click that, for the training room you get an extra 5 people for a maximum of an extra 50 decorations on top of what you've bought. You can either pay credits and buy for 740,000, or you can pay 450 cartel to unlock this room. Once you come in here, you've got these hooks, so you can still stick things in to decorate it. You can still put 4 lights around the outsides, add a nice little rug. We'll stick that rug in a bit. It makes it look a bit better. And what we'll do is rotate it around. So there we go, so we can see it as we walk in. Because what will happen is you can see a training dummy. And to talk about training dummies as well, I can activate and have train against a war zone, operation, or healing, depending on what you prefer. Which, if you go for heal, you get that, and then obviously that only heals me because I'm a tank, but not a heal. Also, if you want to end it, I'm not in combat. Okay. If you want to end it, you can either go to disable training mode or end combat, and that's just the healing one. If you go, we'll go for warzone or operation. The test dummy for warzone and operation are similar things. It's just obviously the strength of it. Also, to go with this, click that. That just ends combat. Wish to lead to combat. So basically, if you start, you can end the combat quickly just by pressing that. You've got yourself basic training dummy stuff there as well, so you can sell some rubbish and whatever. So that's the training room. Also, if you really want to look at the hooks, yep, you got 2 purple, several blue, and a couple of green as well. You got a couple of green on the walls as well. You've also got several lights as well, which would be good for the thing. Okay, for now, how many rooms have I got now? 11 out of 12, and I can hold 1,250 hooks at the moment maximum, with 65 people. And if this one is actually the largest part of the carrier. Actually, it gives you basically the remainder of the 1,600 hooks. If I come here, then come to this little sky deck console, you can get the Sky Deck for an extra 10 people and an extra 350 decorations for a price of 2.8 million credits or 2,000 cartel coins. Quite cheap to be fair, so we'll get that. Also, again, it'll give you like an elevator button thing, and you can now go to the Sky Deck. When you get up here, it's going to be quite big as well. Okay, you've got the Sky Deck, you've got nice little satellite radar dishes, which are good for communications. You've got several wow, I haven't seen that before. But you can return to the hideout. Wait, hold on. I'll look at that after, actually. That's intriguing. So they are officially armoured weapons. They are armoured weapons, and yeah, you can boost your character's attributes. You can set your arrive point there, and you can also have that remote viewing droid as I showed you back on the ground. No, no, what have I done? Oh, I just brought myself around the far side here, I think. What I've done then is I've pretty much just brought myself on the other side of the thingy again, the side of the carrier. You got some nice armoured weapons here. Basically, it's got its own defences anyway, which you can access and do from the bridge of the ship. Well, let's see the area. This has a lot of centerpieces. Here you've got several massive points here. You've even got things up here. So actually, I've got an idea for it here. Actually, if we stick, we'll stick the chandelier for the hot wall. The reason I say that, put that there. We'll put like a little seating area, let's be fair. But again, I can't reach it. But yeah, you can either pick from a hot ball or a team deathmatch, which first you've got to pick a team before you start this. And we'll go here. With this, you've got a special arena console one, or you can have medium breakups, or you can have starships. Let's say you have starships. You could stick 4 starships on this carrier. So if I go back to arena for a second. So yeah, you can turn it into a carrier and have everything on it. Okay, what we're going to do then is I'm going to show you this part because okay, I'll pick the rockworms and you can have the frog dogs here. We can use this console. We'll go for a football match to start with.
Listen up. These are the rules of Hotball. 2 teams, frog dogs and rockworms,
Okay.
chosen by random draw. 1 ball, slippery as a grease nut. Grab the ball, throw the ball. Get the ball over the opposing team's line any way you can, and your team gets a point. Weapons, name calling, and cheating are all encouraged. But do not kick the ball. Huts don't have feet. Show our sponsor Garada
Frogs
the
don't have
respect he deserves. Rockworms, frog dogs, go!
Okay, so pretty much this is pretty much the arena thing. The football thing's actually here, so thingy. The decorations that you add won't interfere, so you can have an arena-based thing.
A rockworm takes the ball.
I could take that. If you watch the screen over there, the one that says 0-0 and 0-0, I've got the purple screen and my opponents will have the yellow screen. Unfortunately, you have to walk up a set of stairs here, so you can't cheat as such. And if I scored something, so I've won. I'm bringing my sword everywhere. And what you'll see is if you come over here, the scoreboard's changed for 1-0. So I've got 1, they've got 0. And what we're going to do now also is we'll terminate this, we'll end the scenario. The gates are offline again, so You can still spy on this one like the other one, but unless you use the camera, you won't really get a good image because you'll only be able to see from the gates. We'll pick Rockworm again, so we've got you. We'll go to Team Deathmatch this time, so. Okay, so now we're playing as. Obviously, I wouldn't chuck yourself off either. That's not recommended.
Once you're down, you're out until the round's over. Who will be the winners? Who will be the corpses? Audience, place your bets! Bloodworms, frog dogs, go!
Well, as you can see, the shields are up, you can't get out, he's stuck in. Also, yeah, let's say, as I've got no opponents to actually play with, we're just going to chuck ourselves off the edge of the carrier. Okay, I died. But as you can see, I died and they get 1 point for it, obviously. And I just fell off again. By accident, not on purpose. Okay, I'm stuck here now then. You can also end the training scenarios from these consoles as well. There is 4 consoles, you got one there, and there is 2 over there. Now I'm going to show you what you can do wise with the gates shut. Because if the gates are shut, you can't actually. Because I'll show you what sort of thing you'll be able to see from the gates. Unless you use the speeder, you won't be able to see much. Okay, we'll pick a team deathmatch. Okay, the gate's there now. I can't walk through gates, therefore sealed base things. The speeder bike's there. And also, what you can. No, I don't want to set the point. Wrong content. I can use one of these remote viewing droids and I'll automatically be put in the same place as both teams. The people fighting will not see you, you can only see them. You can't float in the air either, unfortunately. That would have been nice, but you can't. Okay, what we're going to do is now test the speeder. Can we get over with the speeder bike? Yep, so while the game's off, you can use the speeder to fly over and see what they're up to. I wouldn't recommend doing that because you'll have to do it all the time, quite a lot, and you'll lose the view for a short period of time. So, oh wait. The one thing a lot of people have also missed, which I've only just realised as well, because I've been watching a fair few people's videos on this sort of thing, like the Rishi Stronghold build before I got mine. And one thing that they've all missed was actually the 2 bits that I'm going to show you currently. Okay, we're going to stand on here. Let me up. Let me up. Oh, wow. I just fell off the edge. Okay, let's try that again, but this time we're going to walk onto it, not off it. Okay, here we are. Basically, I can now watch the rock dogs and things a lot easier from up here, so it's also a nice viewing point for people that also want to watch. Have we got any? There's also decorational points on here as well, so which I didn't know either, which we all know now. And I've just entered the match. Well, people can still join the match apparently. They just won't have a side, meaning that they're a threat to both teams as well. But yeah, it's just said that I've ended the scenario because I just did. Each time you reset the scenario, the numbers reset as well, so they don't just glitch out and say, you've got 2 deaths to that team and 1 to that team, because I died twice and score 1, so as you can see, they've auto-updated. The bit that I want to see now for myself, because I've never seen this thing happen before, is this return to the hideout thing. This is what I want to see. Wow. Okay, where do we land? Where do we land? Oh, so pretty much they fire you out the guns. And that is not, that thing down there is not part of the guns, it's just a decoration I put there earlier. But yeah, they seem to fire you out the guns on that one as well. So, okay, with 75 people maximum allowed in the Stronghold, you've also got a full 12 to 12, so I've got the maximum. And also, I can now have the maximum hugs of 1,600. I only have I've only got used up 179 out of 1,600. But that's a fully unlocked Stronghold now. Thanks for watching the quick live stream with me unlocking everything, which I'm going through the bits that people have missed before as well, which I wasn't even aware of myself. So yeah, thanks all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video, which will be, I don't know when.